18 months after Negasi Zuberi was first identified in the kidnapping case of a Seattle woman, Zuberi appearing in federal court to find out his fate. The Klamath Falls man is sentenced to life in prison on multiple counts of kidnapping and weapons charges. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Haley Gravitt.
And I'm Tim Quidadamo. I was in the Medford Federal Courthouse today where Negasi Zuberi was representing himself for the first time before the judge. Negasi Zuberi was back in federal court this afternoon in Medford. The judge sentencing the Klamath Falls man to consecutive life sentences on 2 counts of kidnapping, plus 55 more years consecutively for transportation and multiple counts of weapons and ammo possession. After being ushered into federal court by 4 U.S. Marshals, Negasi Zuberi sat before the court for sentencing. Zuberi had filed several motions that were addressed first, including motions to declare a mistrial, continue his sentencing, and vacate the verdict from his October conviction. All of those denied. His first kidnapping victim then made a statement to the court, calling Zuberi merciless and saying he took her ability to feel safe around people that she's unfamiliar with. Prosecutors then pointed at the evidence of Zuberi's written Operation Takeover plan and target list, saying Zuberi is a serial predator who should never be allowed to walk the streets. Zuberi, representing himself for the first time in this case, objected twice during sentencing, claiming the prosecutors and victim were lying. Before receiving the maximum sentences for 2 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of transportation, and 3 counts of weapons and ammunition possession, Zuberi told the court he should not be sentenced to life in prison because he did not take a life and his 2 sons need their father. For more information on Zuberi's case, head to our website, kdrv.com.
We've been tracking this case now for 2 years, and you were in the courthouse today. You saw him walk in. Yep. What was that like?
It was eerie to be in that courtroom. There was a lot of a buzz before Zuberi was escorted into the room from U.S. Marshals, and then once he was in there, he was holding documents in his hands. You can see him right there as he was shackled, and once he got his handcuffs taken off, he still had leg irons on the entire time. The sentencing took about an hour and a half in total, but once he got brought into the courtroom, took the handcuffs off of him, he placed his documents, some of them handwritten pages, other printouts, you would assume evidence, into 3 stacks in front of him, and the gallery, which was full, there were even people sitting in the jury box, fell completely silent really when he came into the courtroom.
Absolutely, and I want to ask you about the victims. Were any of them present today?
So the victim from Seattle that was kept in that homemade cinder block cell that we've seen, she was not present, but the victim from Klamath Falls was present and made a statement in front of the court, also suggesting that Negasi Zuberi never walked the streets again. Prosecutors also spoke to a separate victim, not directly involved in this case, but a 16-year-old from California at the time of her sexual abuse from Negasi Zuberi. Talked to prosecutors today, prosecutors saying that she agreed with the same sentiment of the Klamath Falls victim, that this man should not be allowed to walk the streets ever again, and then obviously the judge agreeing with that decision, and Zuberi now has 2 life sentences. You can find a full detailed account of that hour and a half in court. That's up on kdrv.com right now, and he does plan to appeal. He gave in a motion to appeal, which not officially a filing. The judge said they will appoint an attorney for Zuberi. Zuberi, in the last couple of weeks, has been adamant that he represents himself, but you could tell the judge didn't really believe that Zuberi was capable of being able to work with the courts and file this appeal officially. He has 14 days to do so from now, or he has 14 days from when he's officially appointed that attorney. So we will continue following this story, obviously, very closely in the coming weeks and months as long as it goes on.